We are standing in the year 2026, and buying a used crossover is a financial minefield. Today, we are pitting the 2025 Toyota RAV4 against the 2025 Honda CR-V. These are the two heaviest hitters on the American used car market. But beneath their shiny exteriors lie massive corporate compromises designed to drain your wallet. But before you sign anything, you need to know about a specific dealership scam designed to hide warning lights just long enough for the contract ink to dry. And later, I will expose a terrifying mechanical flaw hidden deep inside one of these steering columns that can quite literally stick and lock up while you are driving down the highway. We will solve both of those mysteries before the final verdict. Do not let greedy dealerships or lazy engineers steal your money. Looking at the RAV4 on the used market today, dealerships are treating these vehicles like literal gold bullion, and the financial reality of buying one right now is an absolute nightmare for your wallet. A used RAV4 will easily command anywhere from $30,000 for a bare-bones model, soaring straight past $40,000 for a highly optioned hybrid. Because the demand is incredibly high, greedy American dealerships are aggressively marketing them as certified pre-owned and slapping massive markups on the windshield. The depreciation curve on a RAV4 is practically flat. It simply refuses to lose value. Do not get trapped into financing a used model at a horrific 9% interest rate just because the monthly payment looks acceptable. The exact sweet spot in the lineup is the XLE Premium Hybrid. It gives you the legendary hybrid efficiency and the necessary creature comforts without crossing into luxury car pricing. The trim you must absolutely avoid is the base LE. The LE feels entirely like a fleet rental car from a decade ago, lacking basic features and leaving you with a steering wheel that feels like cheap foam. Unlike the CR-V, where the depreciation curve actually drops and reflects a somewhat normal used car market, Toyota forces you to pay a steep premium just for the badge on the grille. Honda pushes much heavier lease volumes on their vehicles, meaning more used CR-V models constantly flood the market, slightly softening the blow to your wallet when you negotiate. But Toyota dealers know exactly what they have sitting in their inventory, and they will stubbornly let a RAV4 sit on the asphalt for months before they ever offer you a meaningful discount. You are paying the Toyota tax, plain and simple. Let us shift our focus to the financial reality of the CR-V. If you walk onto a used lot today, you are going to find a market heavily saturated with these crossovers. A lightly used CR-V currently sits around $28,000 for a lower tier model, pushing up toward $39,000 for a loaded sport touring hybrid. Dealerships love to trap unsuspecting buyers with predatory financing gimmicks. It is expensive, it is complex, and it will break your budget if you let your guard down. They will sell you a base model at a decent price but destroy your finances in the back office by sneaking a $3,000 maintenance package and a bogus interior protection spray into your final loan documents. They know you are emotionally exhausted from hours of negotiating, and they will aggressively bleed your wallet dry while smiling and shaking your hand. The definitive sweet spot in the Honda lineup is the Sport L Hybrid. It perfectly bridges the gap between essential modern technology, daily driving comfort, and exceptional fuel economy without demanding the exorbitant premium of the top-tier touring models. The trim you must absolutely run away from is the EX trim equipped with the standard gas engine. You are paying top dollar for outdated, problematic engineering. Unlike the RAV4, which holds its value like a brick of solid gold and gives you absolutely zero leverage in the finance office, you can actually negotiate a slightly better deal on a used Honda. However, do not let that false sense of victory fool you. Honda dealerships rely heavily on the illusion of a deal, using aggressive sales tactics to make you think you won before exploiting you in the finance and insurance office. Let us dive deep into the powertrain engineering of the RAV4 because this is where the vehicle truly earns its reputation. The standard gas model is powered by a rugged 2.5-liter naturally aspirated four-cylinder engine. Toyota uses a brilliant piece of engineering called D4S injection. This means the engine utilizes both direct injection directly into the cylinder and traditional port injection inside the manifold. The port injectors literally spray liquid fuel across the back of the intake valves, constantly washing them clean and completely preventing the severe carbon buildup nightmare that eventually strangles pure direct injection engines. If you buy the hybrid version, you get an eCVT, which stands for Electronic Continuously Variable Transmission. Do not let the acronym scare you. A Toyota eCVT has absolutely no physical steel belts or pulleys to snap. It relies entirely on massive electric motor generators and a heavy-duty planetary gear set. Mechanically, it is an absolute tank. It is virtually indestructible and can easily survive past 200,000 miles as long as you perform basic fluid changes every 30,000 miles. Unlike the CR-V, where the engineers decided to cut costs and slap pure direct injection onto a tiny turbocharged engine, the RAV4 actually breathes clean. Honda mated their small engine to a traditional, fragile, belt-driven, continuously variable transmission. While the Honda engine is slowly choking on its own hardened carbon deposits and stretching its rubber band transmission belt under heavy highway acceleration, the Toyota powertrain is operating with absolute bulletproof reliability. Toyota engineers actually spent the extra research and development money where it matters most, while the competition took the cheap way out and passed the long-term repair bills directly to the second owner. Now, let us expose the deep engineering flaws inside the CR-V. The base engine is a tiny 1.5-liter turbocharged four-cylinder, and it uses pure direct injection. Because there's no port injection to wash the valves, this engine suffers from severe carbon buildup. But it gets much worse. This specific 1.5-liter turbo engine is notorious for severe oil dilution, especially if you live in a cold climate. Raw, unburned gasoline literally washes past the piston rings, wiping away the protective oil film on the cylinder walls and violently dumps directly into the engine oil pan. This heavily degrades the overall oil lubrication, increasing internal friction and prematurely destroying the main engine bearings. To make matters worse, Honda paired this compromised little engine with a traditional belt-driven, continuously variable transmission. If you frequently drive in stop-and-go traffic or accelerate hard onto the freeway, that internal steel belt can slip and permanently score the metal pulleys, leading to a catastrophic and extremely expensive transmission failure. Even if you step up to the 2.0-liter hybrid engine, which is mechanically superior, Honda recently faced a massive recall because the high-pressure fuel pump can crack, leak raw fuel, and potentially start an engine fire. Unlike the RAV4, which utilizes a brilliant dual injection system to keep the engine pristine and a robust planetary gear set to handle power transfer, the Honda relies on pure corporate cost-cutting. The RAV4 powertrain was built to outlive you. The Honda engineers made a calculated decision to rely on a cheap rubber band transmission and let the customer deal with the inevitable carbon cleaning bills and transmission replacements once the vehicle crosses the 80,000-mile mark. It is a disposable powertrain. Let us examine the exterior body, the all-wheel drive system, and the aggressive used market scams surrounding the RAV4. The exterior sheet metal is decently rigid, but the factory paint is criminally thin. If you do any highway driving, you will quickly find massive rock chips accumulating across the front bumper and the hood. Mechanically, the front lower control arm bushings are a known weak point, often tearing and clunking right around the 60,000-mile mark. On the hybrid models, the all-wheel drive system uses a high-voltage cable that runs underneath the vehicle to the rear electric motor. This cable is highly exposed to salt and water on winter roads, which severely corrodes the electrical connector. And this brings us directly to the dealership scam I warned you about in the very beginning. Shady American dealerships are taking these used RAV4 hybrids on trade-in, discovering the corroded rear motor cable and the glowing dashboard warning lights, and executing a ruthless trick. They simply plug a cheap OBD2 scanner into the dashboard port and clear the diagnostic trouble codes right before your test drive. The car drives perfectly, the dashboard is completely clear, you sign the binding contract, but a week later, the computer runs its readiness monitors, the code triggers again, and you're suddenly staring at a $6,000 out-of-pocket repair bill for a totally destroyed hybrid cable. Over in the Honda camp, the CR-V has slightly better paint quality that resists chipping, but their thin exterior sheet metal will dent if you simply lean against it wrong. And while the Toyota struggles with hybrid cable corrosion, its core mechanical suspension components are incredibly beefy compared to Honda. Looking at the body and suspension of the CR-V, the unibody chassis is impressively stiff, providing a stable ride, but the undercarriage tells a completely different and horrifying story. If you are buying a used Honda in the American Salt Belt, you need to put it on a lift immediately. The subframes rust surprisingly fast. The mechanical all-wheel drive system on the gas models is also incredibly high maintenance and prone to failure if ignored. The dual-pump rear differential requires strict fluid changes every 15,000 miles. If the previous owner was lazy and skipped this basic maintenance, the differential is essentially grinding itself into microscopic metal shavings right now. Dealerships know this. They will take a rusted, neglected CR-V, aggressively power wash the undercarriage, spray a thick layer of cheap rubberized undercoating over the severe structural rust, and sell it at a premium price as a perfectly clean, rust-free vehicle. It is pure, predatory deception designed to empty your bank account. While the RAV4 struggles with its own high-voltage cable corrosion issues, Toyota's traditional mechanical driveline components can take an absolute beating. Honda's rear differential is fragile by comparison, requiring constant babying and expensive dealership fluid services to prevent catastrophic failure. You can neglect a Toyota mechanical differential for years, and it will likely survive the abuse. But if you ignore the CR-V all-wheel drive system, it will violently grenade on the highway, locking the rear wheels and leaving you stranded on the shoulder. Stepping inside the RAV4, the reality of daily livability hits you hard. The interior feels exactly like sitting inside a giant plastic storage bin. The cabin materials are undeniably rugged, but they are brutally hard to the touch. Toyota decided to slap cheap piano black plastic across the center console, and it scratches permanently if you just look at it wrong. The steering wheel material on lower trims degrades quickly, absorbing oils from your hands and feeling absolutely disgusting after just 1 year of use. The passenger seat is a literal torture device. On most trims, it lacks any proper vertical height adjustment, leaving your passenger feeling like they are trapped sitting inside a deep hole. The noise, vibration, and harshness levels are downright insulting for a vehicle at this price point. When you hit 70 miles per hour on the interstate, aggressive wind noise roars around the A-pillars, and heavy tire drone reverberates constantly throughout the entire hollow cabin. The infotainment screen looks like a tacky, thick bezeled tablet that was hastily glued to the top of the dashboard as an afterthought, running an operating system that noticeably lags every single time you try to swipe through the menus. The only redeeming factor in this entire interior is the massive rubberized physical climate control knobs that you can easily grip and turn even while wearing thick winter gloves. Step out of the RAV4 and climb into the CR-V, and the Honda feels like a premium luxury lounge by comparison. Honda engineers actually bothered to insulate their cabin against road noise and designed front seats that do not actively torture your lower back on long road trips. Toyota prioritized durability over human comfort, leaving you with an interior that will last forever but punish you every single time you sit in it. Inside the CR-V, the initial presentation is stunning, but the daily reality is incredibly frustrating. Honda ran a beautiful honeycomb metal mesh strip entirely across the dashboard. It looks fantastic in the dealership showroom, but in the real world, it is an absolute dust trap that is practically impossible to clean without a detailing brush. The front seats feature excellent side bolstering that hugs your ribs, but the bottom cushion sits far too low, creating an awkward driving angle for taller drivers. The technology interface is where things get truly annoying. The touchscreen is highly prone to phantom touches, and Honda loves to hide basic, essential functions deep inside digital submenus rather than giving you simple physical buttons. But the most critical issue inside this cabin is connected directly to your hands. This brings us to the terrifying mechanical flaw I promised to reveal. Honda had to issue a massive recall affecting 1.7 million vehicles, including this exact CR-V, because of a catastrophic steering gearbox failure. Deep inside the steering column, an improperly manufactured steering worm gear swells heavily from environmental heat and moisture. This destroys the grease film, causing massive internal friction. The result? The steering wheel suddenly becomes sticky, requiring massive, dangerous physical force to turn, literally fighting you and locking you out of a smooth lane change while you were doing 70 miles per hour on the highway. The RAV4 might be a noisy, unrefined plastic echo chamber, but at least its steering wheel actually turns smoothly when you ask it to. Toyota's interior electronics are ancient and ugly, but they do not actively threaten your physical safety or try to put you into a concrete median. Looking ahead to the 100,000-mile mark and beyond, the long-term ownership of the RAV4 carries several hidden financial landmines. Once you are completely out of the factory warranty, the hybrid battery degradation becomes a ticking clock. Eventually, that hybrid battery pack will fail, and you'll be forced to pay roughly $4,000 out of pocket for a full replacement. Furthermore, your monthly insurance premiums are aggressively climbing every single year. Why? Because the RAV4 is a massive, highly prized target for catalytic converter theft across the United States. Professional thieves can slide underneath the high ground clearance, cut the exhaust pipe with a reciprocating saw in under 60 seconds, and leave you stranded with an incredibly loud vehicle and a massive repair bill. Toyota is also notorious for pushing greedy corporate tech paywalls. They will lock basic convenience features behind expensive monthly subscription paywalls, forcing you to pay $8 a month just to use the remote engine start feature from your smartphone app. Contrast that bleak future with the CR-V. Over in the Honda camp, catalytic converter theft is slightly less common due to how the exhaust components are physically packaged under the engine bay. However, the Honda insurance rates are rising purely because of the sheer volume of accident claims caused by its faulty, hyperactive active safety systems randomly slamming on the brakes on the highway. While the Toyota nickels and dimes you with annoying software subscriptions, the physical hardware actually goes the distance and keeps you out of the mechanic shop. The long-term reality of owning a CR-V out of warranty is an absolute financial nightmare waiting to happen. When that tiny 1.5-liter turbocharged engine eventually passes the 80,000-mile mark, the carbon buildup on the intake valves will be so thick that the engine will misfire and idle roughly. You will be forced to pay a mechanic over $1,000 for a specialized walnut blasting service just to scrape the hardened carbon out of the cylinder head. The Honda air conditioning systems are also notoriously fragile. The condensers and compressors have a nasty habit of catastrophically failing right after the bumper-to-bumper warranty expires, leaving you sweating in the summer heat while you stare at a $2,000 repair estimate. Furthermore, Honda's advanced driver assistance systems are incredibly hyperactive and poorly calibrated. The lane-keeping assist system will aggressively and violently jerk the steering wheel out of your hands if it gets confused by simple construction lines on the highway. The RAV4 might hold you hostage with frustrating software subscriptions and high insurance rates from theft risk, but Toyota's core mechanical hardware refuses to die. The RAV4 will actually go the distance without draining your bank account on forced carbon cleanings, shattered air conditioning compressors, and blown head gaskets. The Honda requires constant financial life support as it ages, while the Toyota simply asks for basic oil changes and keeps marching forward. This choice comes down to exactly what kind of financial and physical pain you are willing to tolerate in the long run. The CR-V undoubtedly offers a vastly superior interior layout, drastically better ride quality, and actual acoustic sound deadening that respects your ears. But underneath that pretty sheet metal lies a fundamentally compromised base powertrain, terrifying steering columns that swell and stick at highway speeds, and direct injection engines that literally choke to death on their own carbon deposits. It is a lease and return car, not a forever vehicle. The RAV4 Hybrid, specifically, is an absolute mechanical masterpiece. The genius combination of dual fuel injection and the bulletproof planetary eCVT means it will easily outlive the dealership that sold it to you. If you are buying on the used market today, you are spending your own hard-earned cash. Stop chasing soft-touch plastics and buy the engineering that actually works. The Toyota RAV4 Hybrid is the brutal, noisy, unapologetic winner. Do not let a salesman push you into a turbo Honda. Buy the Toyota, change the oil every 5,000 miles, and never look back. If you found this brutal financial reality check helpful, hit the like button right now so the algorithm pushes this video to someone who is about to get completely ripped off by a dealership. If you strongly disagree with my harsh take on these two heavyweights, drop your angry opinion down in the comments. I read every single one, and I will reply to you.